Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Edward Heim, and today I'm going to do a demonstration for you. I'm going to continue working on a new painting I had started. It's the Archangel Michael doing battle against the devil himself. It's an imaginative painting, and I have to say I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I wanted to share with you how I go about working on this painting and showing you my process. The idea is to take some of the fear out of it. It's to prove, stop chasing perfection. Anyone can do this. You just have to actually do it. That's the big trick. So I hope you get something out of this. If this does help you, I would ask that you please like, subscribe, and share, as it helps the channel out. Without further ado, let's get right into it and see what we can accomplish in today's video. So here we are. This is the painting. I have a canvas, 18 by 24, and I've gone over it with a lead white ground as my initial base layer. That's the surface I chose to work off of. And then from there I took asphalt and brown, and I just started smearing it around, wiping it off, and so kind of looking for shapes in the clouds. I saw this first, this angelic shape with something going on here, and I've already decided to refine this out into being the Archangel Michael, and then this will be the devil down here, vanquished. So interesting composition out of my mind. So I'm not yet ready to work from reference photos on it because it's still very early on in the painting, but that being said, there's still plenty we can do before we get to that point. So, I work from a limited palette. Right now I just have cadmium yellow medium, cadmium red medium, ultramarine blue, asphaltum, and I have replacement lead white or flake white. And for my medium today, I'm going to use one of my two favorites. I'm going to use Gamblin's Neo McGilt. This causes the paint to dry a little bit slower, but I really like the handling properties this imbues into the oil paints. So I already know that we're going to have the angel here, and in my mind, he's going to be holding a sword and just beaming energy, and this shape is going to be the source of light in this painting. We're surrounded by this beautiful dark, and down here will be the devil. So there's already some light here, so this will be a transference of light from here down, so we're halfway there already. And then I'm picturing around here we could have some rocks or something, fading into obscurity, smoke, vapor, mist. So I think that'll look pretty cool. And if I don't like it, oh well, there's always another painting right around the corner. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sketch in with my paintbrush the rough shape of the vanquished devil right over here. So for that, I'm going to grab one of my bristle brushes. This is a number 10 Skoda bristle flat brush. Bristle brushes are good in that you can kind of scrub around hard, and they can take a lot of abuse, and they hold up quite well. And then later on, as we go into finer and finer detail, we can use finer paintbrushes like the Kolinsky Sable Bristle Optima Skoda paintbrushes, the blue handle ones. But for now, for this video, we're going to use one paintbrush. We're going to keep it real easy. If you wanted to use a filbert shaped brush, that would be totally fine too. I don't see why not. Okay, so this one already has some brush dip in it, which is sapphire oil and clove oil, so I just want to wipe that out. The color is fine. I don't really clean my brushes in mineral spirits too often. And this is a case where I definitely don't have to do it, but I do want to get that slow drying oil out of here because I don't really want that in my painting. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little bit of my medium, Neo McGilp in this case, get it into the bristles, and then this brush is ready to go. So in my past video, how to make black, you already know if you mix ultramarine blue and asphaltum together, proportionally more blue than the brown, you get black paint. So I'm going to just mix it right on my palette, a little pile, with the brush that already has some of the new medium in the bristles, so that's going to mix into this. And we're going to use that as like a base, and I think I want to, no, I don't think, I definitely do. I'm going to add more asphaltum into this chromatic black, a lot more, because I want to kind of skew it towards the asphaltum shade, because that's what this is. This is just straight asphaltum, just more of it, this transparent color built up here than there is here. Looks like there's different colors, but they're not. It's just one transparent color over the lead white base layer. So I don't know, trying to get my angles here, and then once I kind of have that in, I'll look for a reference photo that more or less harmonizes. So picturing the angels looking down like this. So, you know, so we have like the shape of the devil here. It's like this is his back. He's down here. This can be his leg. Stretched outwards. Maybe a foot over there. So this is a sketch. This is easy. This is going to be covered. Can't really make mistakes here. So if that's his back, and his back is off of the ground, he's going to cast a shadow underneath it. So this is just blocking in shapes that we will refine in subsequent layers. So maybe got shoulders, back of the head, the neck. Since the devil is vanquished, he's leaning back on an elbow, an outstretched arm, hand. Just carries some, what I believe is going to be the shadow backwards. So I guess the back of the head would be here, shoulder down. Then the torso. Angle of the head, the face, looking up. And the other arm, I'll leave that open, meaning look for reference photos, because maybe I'll have like the elbow come out here, or the arm is here and a hand, or out, or crossed over. So I'll leave that alone. So this is roughly the shape of the back, the neck, the traps, shoulder blades, shoulder, going into the tricep, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, and then here are the legs. So this is one leg. And maybe the other leg bent up, could be sharp, could be more subtle, more open. I don't know. I'll save that for the reference photo. Then I have to find, and that's what we'll use for the next painting. So we kind of had that. That looks pretty cool already. So I kind of want to, I'm picturing broken, craggy rocks to frame a lot of this in, going into like a smoky vapor, possibly with like embers blowing through it, almost like ash. That'd be a real nice effect. So again, this is all imagination. I'm just entertaining what seems right. So we have rocks here. This will be the central focal point. So this will be the sharpest, most detailed, crisp portion of the painting. And then from out there, it becomes less focused, less intense. Okay. So this is rough. This would be broken rocks. And then this surface will be like a flat, broken, disturbed section, almost like the devil was thrown down hard into the ground, almost like if you were shattering large tiles or something. That's what we'll go for. But more natural stone looking. So we're just framing this in. I'm making this up. It's just major shapes. Same brush, same color. None of that has changed. Rocks, shapes, angles. So this is about it, I think, for the rocks. And that framing. So that's here. That's all here. Just gotta develop the idea and bring it out. And then this. Scrubbing some vaporous smoke, steam. We'll get to decide later what that is. Could be a little bit of both. And then it's gonna come up to this darkness here, into nothing, into obscurity. Maybe I'll darken this up a little bit too. And any highlighting later, we can bring out whatever we want. This is all reference, blocking in shapes. And the angel is floating, levitating just above the floor, which is about here. Okay. So it looks pretty simple, but there's a lot of structural progress. In this space, I'm going to leave alone until I develop my focal point and then work outwards from there, like this, because I don't want to lose that. Otherwise, if you kept that intensity all around and didn't change that focus and intensity, it would look more like a photograph. And that's fine if that's what you're going for, but for these paintings, you want to try to have one super strong focal point, then a couple eye magnets to keep the eye moving, telling the story the way you want to tell it on your own terms. Okay, so maybe we'll just stop it there for this video. There'll be a bunch more on this as we tackle different aspects, but this is a good start just to get you acquainted with the flow of how this particular piece is going. So again, thank you for watching. If you got anything at all out of this beginning process video, please like, subscribe, and share. It does help out the channel, and I do appreciate it.